morning. If everybody could stand, and we'll stand for the prayer, and then we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much. Our Father, who art in heaven, we ask thee to bless this gathering. Endow us with thy spirit. May all our actions and decisions be guided by thy hand, that we may be fair and just to all. Bless all that are gathered here today, and those who have come home to you to serve in your glory. Please watch over our police, fire, emergency medical, military personnel, and citizens in these trying times. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite Greg Corey, third generation and owner of Mountain View Funeral Home and Cemetery, to come forward and share a few words.
So, 75 years serving this community. I, of course, was not here for 75 years, and of course, my grandfather coming into this industry back in 1951 was actually acquired it from another person, but very early on, and he always had vision. And for many years in the Mesa community, he farmed, had different business ventures, and built himself a big family. Growing up, he had 7 kids, 35 plus grandchildren, and then, and we were all kind of running around Mesa causing trouble or different areas and things like that. And growing up, though, just being in the community and seeing how much Mesa evolved over the years, and now in outer skirts of areas, being able to be here and continue on his legacy. I mean, for such a small man, he casted a very big shadow. And with his vision of what the cemetery could look like, many look back in the day and they compliment the place on the balance and the different gardens and having it where you're not walking too far to get to certain grave sites in the place. And for having that vision and continuing on with it, really took forward thinking. And I pray every day that I have the ability to forward think like that and continue on with the service. While reflecting with my family, I have a beautiful wife that supports me and my health, and my brother Daniel is here joining me today, and I very much appreciate Daniel Corey II being here. My father, who sold the company to me about 8 years ago, was not able to be here today. However, he very much is involved and is always allowing me to consult with him every day so that we can continue on not only having a solid business, but making sure our services and everything are always pushing the edge, trying to find new things and trying to always adjust to our community. One of those major adjustments that we've done over the years is cremation, adjusting with the cremation. And a part of this ribbon cutting is our major investment in adding many glass prep niches, revamping our mausoleum here, which is one of the largest mausoleums in the valley, and constantly adding and putting money back into keeping this place as beautiful as we can, as far as buying water rights and thinking forward future like that. It's something that I stress every day because I do know that we have family friends that actually neighbors that my uncle sold 10 spaces to many years ago, and so we have still 7 spots left, and so we have many more years to make sure that we're serving that family, and they come into the same grave site and seeing green grass there every day. And so I very much take that to heart and want to continue on this long legacy of serving the community. And we are adjusting and doing many things to make sure that we continue moving forward with that. But one thing we don't forget is our family and friends, and knowing that Mesa community is about the family of the Mesa community, and not only my own personal family, cousins, family members, aunts and uncles. We have many close family friends that have been big parts in our industry. There's a gentleman, Dennis McCombs, who's a neighbor of ours that served our community for many, Mountain View community for many years. Steve Lewis is one of my dad's best friends, and he is one of the people that helped me create where we are today and allow me to move forward with Lisa Priscilla, allow running me, moving forward with the company and doing what we're doing today. We also have close family work with friends like Barry Protezchuk, who's been with us for 42 years. That's as long as I've been alive. And so I don't take that to heart, knowing that I have a gentleman that dedicated his life to serving our families. And Shane, who's been with us over almost 20 plus years, close to it, and he's now our funeral director manager. And he worked from the grounds and then got his licensing and became a funeral director and built himself up to be a solid person in our company. And so, with all that being said, I do hope that you know that we take you guys are like family. We have Razzle Dazzle here, we have PBF, we have many different, we have Cold Springs, that is one of our bronze representatives, and Sanders, who's a partner of ours. We all make this become a family feel, and we all serve that. And so thank you very much, all of you, for attending this. It's a very big accomplishment, 75 years, and hopefully moving forward into this industry and continuing to strive and continue to be the best we can be. So thank you very much for your attendance.
So while in fact I was also not born when the cemetery opened, I have been around a lot longer than Craig. And the thing that I am most proud of, and I am so appreciative of working for Mountain View Funeral Home and Cemetery, is because when Greg and I became business partners many years prior to me joining the Mountain View team, I saw something very special in him, and that was his love, his care, and his compassion for others. And that's really what it's all about. It's taking families on the worst day of their life and helping them get through a most difficult and traumatic time. But it's more than just that. It's taking that same family survivors and teaching them about the importance of education and how they can plan their own funeral and cemetery arrangements so that at their time, the ones that they're leaving behind for the second or third or fourth generation don't feel as much of that pain. And one of the things that Greg has allowed us to do here at Mountain View is community events. And many of you have attended some of those community events. Some of you have participated. We have Monsignor Pinty, who is a very, very close partner with St. George Church right here in Apache Junction. And he does our pet blessing, where people bring cats and dogs and birds and turtles and even snakes. And that is an important thing for families, whether they've chosen our business of funeral or cemetery or not. Coming up, we have our Memorial Day event. That is the opportunity to thank all of our veterans that have passed away that are buried here in our cemetery. We have Nancy Fassbender here today, who helps facilitate our Wreaths Across America. She single-handedly raises the money for not just our cemetery, but other cemeteries here in the valley, going all the way up to the veteran cemetery, to make sure that every veteran has a wreath placed on their grave. We have Razzle Dazzle, who has done our beautiful flower arrangement, and they have also provided beautiful roses. So as we part company here today and then join in the reception, please make sure you get a beautiful rose. And we have more partners here, as Greg said, and that's what helps us give back to the community. Our car show that is sponsored by the Amaranth Club to provide fundraising for the Diabetes Association. And then, of course, our year ends with our Lights of Love. And everybody in the community is welcome to join that. And it's our way of saying thank you for giving us the chance to show you how much we care. And just like here today, we care very deeply for each and every one of you, whether you're a family we serve, whether you're our own team members that are here joining in, whether you are part of the community in the form of a business or a friendship. We could not be where we are today without each and every one of you. And so from the bottom of all of our hearts, we thank you so very much for being here. And when you go inside, enjoy the brownies. It's sponsored by Mickelson and Ray. I will confess I cheated to make sure they were good, and they were great. So with no further ado, what I'd like to do at this time is, if you're able to stand, I'd like to invite you to join me on this side of the podium. We're gonna do the ribbon stretch, and we're gonna take a picture of all of us. cutting it, and then we will proceed with our tour. We also give golf carts. If anybody wants to see the cemetery, my team will take you on a drive through the cemetery, and then join us inside for a beautiful reception.
Okay, let's start our countdown.
5, 4,